Well, good evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host, and we're coming to you live from our beautiful studios here at BNN TV, and you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. You can give us a call at 617-708-3290. Get you to the great staff in the other room. Dave and the gang are in there answering the phones. So if you'd like to join us, please give us a call and tell us what's going on artfully in your life. We'd love to hear about it. Suzanne is out on location again today. I hope that she did not get caught in that downpour we just experienced a couple of minutes ago. By the way, if you witnessed a rainbow at all today over the city of Boston, please call in, let us know. Text in your photos so that we can check it out. It'd be great to see them. I want to say congratulations to everybody down in Rosendale Village because they put together a great farmers market that's going on down there every Saturday, 22 Saturdays during the summer, straight through till November. And live music was there this past weekend. The Creek River String Band from Rosendale, Massachusetts was performing. It was great. It was great. I got the great opportunity to do sound for them and to run some sounds and get the mics all lined up and stuff. It was an awful lot of fun. They're a great band. Acoustic, you know, just nice and light, beautiful outside. It was a gorgeous day, so it was an awful lot of fun. Come on down because there's going to be live music, like I said, straight through until the end of October, maybe the first week in November. I'll be playing the last Saturday in August. Come on down and see. We'll be playing myself with the great Tim Casey, Andy Hollinger, and Larry Harvey. The four of us are going to get all set up there in the park and play for you guys for a couple hours. We'll get some new songs, some surprises for you to listen to. It's going to be an awful lot of fun. Thank you very much. And also thank you, everybody who came out to Robbie Consalvo's benefit last night. It was great to see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time. Charlie McCarthy and Terry did a great job drawing people in to talk about the issues, find out which direction we're going. We got all these cats running for the mayor, and it's a great summer of information and a great summer of sharing ideas and stuff. And it was great to see Rob last night. We hope to do many more of them, and we wish everybody, of course, an awful lot of luck. See, the thing about this run is that everybody are great people. There's great people out there doing this stuff, but we're going to have a couple of them on to talk about what they're doing. I know we're going to have Robbie on soon, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be an awful lot of fun. What else is going on? Well, there is also the great Canvas Fine Arts organization is doing things, and they're doing the first Fridays down at SOA. So you know where SOA is, down at Harrison Avenue in the South End. Make sure you stop by Canvas Fine Arts. They are doing their setup there is great. They have two locations right on Harrison Avenue, right in the heart of the theater of the arts district down there. Make sure you drop in and say hello to Suzanne Schultz. If you look under Canvas Fine Arts or go to their Facebook page, that gets you right to all the information that you need to know about what Canvas Fine Arts does. Canvas Fine Arts is a different kind of artist representation group. They work they work a lot with the art, but they work with the artist as well. And getting the artists to feel comfortable about what they're doing, kind of helping them, nurture them in the correct direction, getting them into the kinds of venues where their work is going to be better appreciated. And also making sure that the artist is ready for any for that call from Madrid or wherever, that there'll be somebody interested in showcasing some of their work or interested in adding it to their collection of fine works. So Canvas Fine Arts has done a great job. We're very proud of the work Suzanne has done. She's done some great things. The other thing that's happening is I have gotten some requests and stuff to see the show again. How do I do it? What do I have to do? Do I have to buy a copy? What do I have to do to see the show? I missed the show a couple of weeks ago. Tomorrow, this show that we're doing right now will be up on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, the YouTube address is It's All About Arts 1. The number 1 gets you to our page there, and we're collecting up a pretty fine collection of shows that we've done, not only this year and last year, but we're also putting up shows from a long time ago. It's kind of funny to see shows from the late 90s and stuff with my long hair and a beard. There was one we were looking at, I had a beard. I don't remember having that. There's some other, but the artistry and the people that are on the show are the reason you want to go and check it out. There's some great, we've had great guests over the last 15 years. We're very, very fortunate and happy. Today is no exception, by the way. We have people from the Griffin Photography Museum are here today. We're going to be talking a lot about, they have some educational programs. We have the executive director here and the head curator here. We have someone who's working in the education department here. Someone, you know, so we're going to get a chance to know all about this museum from the inside out. Or the outside in. I'm not sure which way we're going to go. Maybe the inside out tonight. That seems like a safe direction to go. I am going to take my couple of minutes, though, to talk a little bit about the great organization that helps keep us on the air here. We're very, very proud of our affiliation with the Boston Main Streets program. Boston Main Streets is an organization that helps revitalize business districts around the city, not just the city of Boston, but all over the country, and now spreading out all over the world. Years and years and years ago, when the great mayor, now Tom Menino, was our city councilor back in the mid-'80s, it was a program that was only done in kind of like industrial, the template of the program was only kind of done industrial or malls or strip malls and stuff like that. But he brought it to an urban setting, a neighborhood business district, and Rosendale was the one that they kind of said, well, let's see what we can do. Because back then in the mid-'80s, 85, 84, Rosendale was not the part of town you'd want to hang out in. Half the stores were closed. Every one of them had these grates down. There was no one was down there after the lights came on. It was that kind of community. A good friend of mine, Greg Lahem, who runs Sullivan's Pharmacy, would often say there's more drugs on the streets than there were in his pharmacy, and he wasn't too far off. It was a dangerous place. Main Streets came in, and through their organization, where they work with the property owner and they work with the business owner once they get into that storefront, and then they work with the community to bring them down to try and revitalize their business district. Rosendale now is the destination place to go. Unfortunately, it's no longer ours. It's turned into a place where people love to come and enjoy many fine restaurants. Like I said, the amazing farmers market that goes on down there. There's different events that Main Streets puts on. So they're the reason why a lot of the business districts around the city of Boston have started to flourish, have started to turn into destinations for people to go. You know, you don't have to go up to the malls. You don't have to go outside of your community to get whatever it is you need. You can do it right in your own business district. So we want to thank them for all of the things that they do for us. We're very, very proud of our affiliation, and I absolutely take every opportunity I have to thank them. The other thing I like to talk a little bit about is this amazing building that we're in. We are in a building that used to be the power station for the Orange Line that used to run down from Forest Hills to downtown. I don't know if there's anybody out there that still remembers that, but this was the power station in Eggleston Square that used to supply the power for the train. It would be the electricity, big generators inside humming away, and it would power the trains to go down Washington Street. And after someone came along with a better idea of linking whatever the electricity, they didn't need it anymore, and it sat here unused and abandoned for many, many, many years. But through the partnership with Urban Edge and Boston Neighborhood Network, we purchased this building and we built 2 fine state-of-the-art studios inside here. And it's here for you. It's here because we want, because it's here to do television production, community television production. The station you're watching right now is for news and information. You're a nonprofit. Let's say you have a nonprofit that you're working with and you want to get your information, your mission statement out, and you want everyone in the community to find out about you. And this is the place you come. You come and you have a great staff here. There's a membership fee you get involved in. And it's very, very manageable. And what you do is you come in here with your guests and talk about your mission statement. Get people to understand what it is that you do, why you're so concerned, or what are the services you're trying to provide. So this is where you do that. The other side of cable is also the access side, where as a member, you come and you take all these fine, amazing classes in how to use these amazing cameras and how to do lighting, how to do sound, how to do all the little tricks it takes to do a television show. And then you sign out the cameras or book the studio and you go in and you produce your own program, whatever it is. And this is the place to do it. So if you go to www.bnntv.org, you will be able to click on Janice Williams' name or Jim Atwood's name. I like to throw Jim Atwood's name in there because he's been around forever and he kind of knows all of the answers. But Janice Williams is the manager of the membership manager, so she is the one that you want to talk to first. So give her a shout. Tell her you heard it here at It's All About Arts. And come on in and take one of the tours. Check out the building. It's just amazing things here to do, and it's all for you. So if you go to www.bnntv.org, that's where you get all of that information. And you can watch, your show doesn't just show in Boston, it also streams live to that station. So right now, someone in Seattle, Washington can be sitting down and watching us right now. How cool is that? So you can do it too, okay? Listen, we're gonna take a break. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with our guests. We are very, very fortunate and proud to have people from the Griffin Photography Museum here. We're going to find, who is this Griffin guy? We're going to find out all about that, okay? Listen, gang, hang in there. You are watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, your host. We will be back in just a couple of minutes. Please don't go away. You're going to love this show. Thanks.
Comes a time when everybody needs to be with someone. Well, now's the time when I have realized you're that someone. How could I have been so blind when you have been there all this time? I need you, I want you, can I have you by my side?
welcome back, gang. That's an old favorite of ours. Yesterday was super producer Janice and my 29th wedding anniversary. And that was a song I wrote for her many, many years ago, so I thought it was appropriate. I know we play it a lot, but it's one of my favorites. And thank you for all your well wishes, by the way. We got everybody involved in that. It was great to hear everybody wishing us a happy. It was a happy. We actually spent it with our daughter, and it was a lot of fun. And we look forward to many, many more years. I want to remind everybody that you are watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts, and you can watch this streaming live at www.bnntv.org, or you can see the repeats of this show, excuse me, at your will, at your leisure at It's All About Arts 1 on YouTube. This show will be up there tomorrow at some point. And right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce you to Meg Birbaum. Hi, Meg. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Welcome to the studio. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
You are the Director of Public
Communications.
Public Communications.
Just communications.
Just communications?
Yes.
Okay. How is that going? How long have you been at the Griffin Museum?
Probably about 3 years.
3 years?
Maybe a little less.
Okay. And what are your duties? What is some of the stuff to do? You let people know about what's going on at the Griffin? And
Well, we've been producing some publications for the last...
Oh, can I see one?
Yeah.
That's great.
So these are exhibits that the Griffin has had, but these add a lot more information about the artist and more of their work.
Well, these are beautiful.
And I think we've done about 12 or 13.
This one's autographed to you.
Oops.
So this is a publication that gets out, and people will be able to pick this up. Where can people get this? Is this something that's available online and stuff?
Online at the griffinmuseum.org.
Okay.
Yeah, and at the museum itself.
Now, what other kinds of things are available there? If you know, here you are, you're here. It's an opportunity to say, here's what we got. What kind of things do we have? Are there educational opportunities at the Griffin for people?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like what? What kind of things?
Well, I co-teach a class called the Photography Atelier. It's been running for 16 or 17 years.
Okay.
In different places, and now it's at the Griffin, which has made a huge difference. And
what exactly is that? I don't recognize that second word you said.
Atelier?
Yes.
It's an old-fashioned word, and I'm not exactly sure what it means. But
make something up. No one's watching. I'm only kidding.
It's like a salon. But,
oh, okay.
But in this context, it's a portfolio building class. So.
Oh, how interesting. That's very important. Now, the Griffin is mainly photography.
Yes.
It's all photography.
Yes.
So you know, somebody who's a photographer, we have lots and lots of students that watch this program, and a lot of other artists kind of tune in just to see what other people are doing and stuff. That's a really important thing. You know, I can't tell you how many artists and people that I know that do something great and then not, what do I do with it now type of thing.
Sure.
So putting a portfolio together sounds like a very important.
It's great. I mean, the things that the students bring in the beginning and where they end up, it's always, to me, amazing. We start them out with a few assignments and hoping to kind of shake things up and get them out of their comfort zone. And eventually, and often the assignments lead to a whole new body of work, which is exciting.
Well, do they come in thinking that what they're doing is taking existing works and finding out exactly how to present it, how to put a portfolio together? Or are we starting from scratch and saying, here's the brownie, go out there and do it?
It's a little of both. It's a little of both. Some of the people have been working as photographers for a while, but they've hit a bump in the road or they're stalled, and it just kind of gets things going. It's good to have assignments and deadlines. It's hard to do that, give that to yourself.
Now, are you a photographer as well?
Yes.
Are you still in the analog stage of your career, or have you not graduated, I hate that, leaped to the digital world of photography?
I've been sort of straddling both, but mostly digital, but I'm really hoping to get back to analog.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that difference, okay? I mean, when you have a camera that has 36 shots in it, and the lighting has to be a certain way, and you got to make sure you get that shot, and you're kind of committing yourself when you're taking that photograph.
Yes.
I tend to look at that as being more of a photographer. Now, I'm going to get calls, and that's okay. you know, you pull out your iPhone and you go blam, 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 blam. In today's age, you're kind of getting almost the same kind of quality, and it's hit or miss, but you can delete what you don't like and keep what you like, throw it into Photoshop and make it look good.
Better. Right. It's true.
I have a better appreciation for the Ansel Adams of the world, who have to wait for that correct light and put the fear of God in themselves and say, I hope this is it, and take the picture.
It's a very different experience.
Yes,
You're
it is.
right.
Yeah.
Right. With digital, you can just shoot and shoot and shoot.
Not to take away from, you still have to have the eye, and your finger still has to work. And
Yes.
and I understand and dig that, you know. But what's the f-stop and you know, how fast is my shutter going to be? I mean, all of that just is fascinating to me. Have you found that photography is really? I mean, people who've been shutterbugs for years are kicking and screaming into the digital age.
Well, I did.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, it was really hard.
Yeah.
It took me a while to love it. You know, now I can see what you can do with it that's different.
Is it the Photoshop part of it that you've kind of become enamored with, or is it the?
Not really. I mean, because I do graphic design, so I'm sitting in front of the computer a lot, and that just adds to more time in front of the computer.
Right.
I like just the shooting.
Yeah.
The really connecting with somebody.
What kind of equipment are you using these days?
I have a Nikon. But I my favorite, which I used to use, was a plastic camera. It's called a Holga.
Really?
It has kind of a cult following. You get 12 exposures per roll, and you have no idea what you're getting until
That's great.
it gets developed. So it's like Christmas when you get rolled back.
That's the thing I like.
That is nice,
You know, and I don't know how many dark rooms there are, but that working in black and white is. You did just those hues of gray and those shadows are just so majestic, aren't they?
Watching a print exposed in the
isn't
chemicals,
that fun?
it's very exciting. Yeah.
Do we get an opportunity to do that at the Griffin? Is there a dark room? I mean, as educational, you know.
There is this summer, and it's sort of an experiment for the future, but the Griffin has rented 2 studio spaces.
Excellent.
And doing some workshops. And one has a gorgeous, you know, a beautiful dark room.
Yeah.
So.
Fixer and all of the goods
Yes,
and all
yes.
that smelly stuff.
Yes.
I mean, that's great. Well, let's talk about some of the other things that are available at the, and I suppose I should call it the Griffin Photography Museum.
Griffin Museum of Photography, just to be perfect.
Okay. The Griffin Museum of Photography.
Yes. Yes.
That's better, actually. Thank you. You guys actually thought that out. I like it. What other kinds of things are there? I mean, I like the portfolio building aspect of it. Can I also, what do we have for kids? I'm always concerned and we're worried about our younger kids these days, where, you know, the educational systems in the public schools, they're trying very hard, they're doing great things, but it seems like they're always taking that photography class away. They're taking away that theater class or the drawing class or something like that. Is there something there where kids can go maybe in the summertime to a camp or something and kind of get exposed?
You already said it. There's a summer camp for kids. I'm going to have to let the director, Paula, fill in the details.
No, that's okay. I just want your you know.
The pictures that I've seen of it are great. I'm not involved personally, but it looks wonderful.
Okay. Now, we do have some pictures of some classes that are in process. Maybe if we can bring them up, Davey, the classroom shots of the museum. Maybe Paul, I'm sorry, maybe Meg can talk a little bit about it. This is a happy bunch.
This is photosynthesis, and again, Paula will
That's okay, yeah.
can tell you more about it, but it's taking a group of high school kids in Winchester and mixing them up with a class in public school in Boston. And I know there's a really wonderful exhibit at the end, and it runs for most of the year.
That's great.
But I don't know the great details. This is a photographer.
time-lapse thing.
Yeah, a photographer named Lance, and he teaches night photography once or twice a year.
This looks like a space in the museum.
It is. That's an exhibit with a little video there in the corner.
I like white walls. Oh, there's a friend of mine on the right there. No, I don't know.
Marilyn
I don't
Manson.
know the woman on the right.
Marilyn Manson, the rock and roll star.
Is there, do we have an opportunity to, like, do the kids get an opportunity to do that kind of portraiture work where they're doing some things as far as how to frame off, how to do, you know, how to get on the cover of the Rolling Stone?
I wish I knew the answer to that, but
That's okay.
Paula.
How long have you been a photographer?
Well, since I was about 9, but with huge gaps in between, and so serious since 2001.
Do you carry a point and shoot around with you?
Just my phone. But,
Yeah, there you go. That digital thing again.
I try to have a camera with me.
Well,
of
the
some
reason I
kind.
ask is because, you know, if you are driving down Columbia Road today and you did get that rainbow that I was looking for,
yeah.
that's not going to be there on your way back.
Oh, that's true.
You know, so a photographer sometimes has to be equipped to be able to take a shot whenever, you know.
It's all about the moment, and you can never go back.
Yeah.
It's always changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked to photographers who talk about, yeah, well, I've had to go back to that and try and get that, and it's never been
Yep.
when you throw the brakes on and you go, oh, there it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and you go, where's my
I know.
and Rolleiflex? It's no, you know, it's not there.
Yeah, right.
And
And if you wait too long, sometimes the building is gone, or you know, things change all the time.
now, do you squirrel off a little corner of the museum to hang your stuff in?
No,
That, you know, Paula doesn't know about, a little corner where you can.
no, I
What?
don't. But in the past, when the students in my class, the photography atelier, they have an exhibit at the end, and the teachers have been able to hang up till now.
Well,
So,
that's good.
Yeah,
That's
that is fun.
great.
Yeah.
I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
was great.
And where can people go to see your work then?
MegBirnbaumPhotography.com.
There you go. That's it. Yes. Say it again, please.
MegBirnbaumPhotography.com.
Excellent. You know what I'll do is I'll
you.
link that also up to It's All About Arts.
Thank
So
you.
when people go and say, who was on last week, they can click on that and get
Oh,
to it.
great. Thank you.
Meg, thanks an awful
Thank
lot
you
for
very
being
much.
here. It's a pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Listen, gang, hang in there, okay? Because we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. We've got lots. We've got the big boss coming on now, so I got to get all make sure I'm ready. No, she's a lovely lady. Listen, gang, hang in there. You are watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Do not go away. Thank you.
Great.
Didn't I see you standing over there just the other afternoon, hidden by shadows, waiting for a man, hidden from the sun. For a man that never comes, like a race that's never run. As the road widens, and it almost always will, you look upon this day. The outlook will broaden as you find it wasn't you, growing from a place with a bright and happy face, better trained to run that race. Answers never heard, feeling so absurd, empty, lost, confused, and blue. phone calls not returned, lost and so concerned how to cope. Old friends will pull you like a race that's never run, like a bell that's never rung, like a song that's never sung.
Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there with us. You are watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, your host. We are celebrating 15 years here at this great, great television station, and community access is a gift to the community. Believe me, it's an opportunity for you to come in. If you're sitting at home going, what? That guy can do that, I can do it too. You're right, you can. You should be going to www.bnntv.org and sign up, becoming a member. Get in here and do some television programming. Learn all different aspects of it. There's amazing things that go on here. If you think I'm sitting here by myself, I'm not. I mean, there are all kinds of people here. We have interns from all over the world coming to Boston to be part of BNN TV, and you should join too. So go to that website, www.bnntv.org. And right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to join Meg and I mean, I'm very, very honored to have you here with us, Paula. It's Paula Tongarelli. Did I get it now? Tongarelli.
Close.
Tongarelli. Paula, how are you?
How do you do?
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. You guys traveled in from a distance. Where is the Griffin Museum of Photography?
It's in Winchester.
In Winchester. Okay. And you are the executive director?
I am, and the curator.
And the curator. Now that's Monica, not a lot of people understand or get what that curator badge is. That's a very, very important part of the museum. Tell me a little bit about what curating is.
Well, I choose the artistic direction that the museum goes in, along with an exhibition committee.
Okay, there is a committee of people.
There is.
I mean, you're not out there with fishing wire hanging pictures on walls, are you?
I do.
Yeah, okay,
I
good.
do.
I'm glad to hear that.
I do toilets too.
Everybody's got to do a little bit of something
you do.
at a place like. Tell me a little bit about the Griffin Museum of Photography, please. Who is Griffin, first of all?
Arthur Griffin was a photojournalist. He photographed in the 1930s, 1940s. He founded the museum. He had a vision of creating an art photography center, and it was established in 1992. He died in 2001, but he's photographed for Life magazine, Look, Colliers, a number of...
He's a big shooter.
He's a big shooter. And he photographed Ted Williams at the age of 19. So, you know, the Splendid Splinter at 19 was quite a fashion statement. And
Yes.
it's been a cash cow for the museum as well.
That's good. You're selling a lot of posters.
Well, original prints.
Original prints. That's. Is there a wing for Mr. Griffin? Is there for his works?
We house his archive. There is no wing, and we'll exhibit him throughout the year, a number of exhibits.
You know, people think about somebody's life's work being in one space like that. It's got to be encompassing.
It is.
Yeah.
There's over 70,000 images.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, and in all forms, slides, black and white film, black and white prints, color prints, framed, unframed. And luckily for us, the Boston Public Library has digitized a good portion of our archive.
That's good
the
because
public.
film doesn't last forever.
Right.
And it's nice that they're doing that. Well, I think it's an important group, collection of work that how long have you been at the Griffin?
I've been at the Griffin for a little over 10 years.
Oh, good. And so have you seen a lot of changes over the few years? I mean,
prior to while Arthur was alive, it was more or less a public, a private foundation. And when he died, we got our 501c3 status. And while we are always, our mission is all about Arthur's legacy, we focus on contemporary and historical photography.
You do. Is there an opportunity for me to go and see somebody that's very, very contemporary, something new happening? As the curator, you must always be looking for that new edge type of thing coming through.
Well, I have a very broad aesthetic, so I like to say that I like to bring the public a broad range of photography, some of it edgy, some of it not, because not everybody, some people are frightened by the edge.
Right.
But I'll show landscapes, I'll show botanicals, I'll show constructed photography. We show high-profile photographers, those who have made it, and then we also will showcase those that are on the scene.
Okay. Is there an opportunity for a local artist to submit to a gallery showing or to a group show that's coming in future and stuff like that?
Well, the Griffin each year has a juried members show, but we have 7 galleries. We have 3 in the museum and 4 in contiguous towns. So that's 7 galleries that we change every 2 months, plus temporary exhibitions,
so you guys
pop
are
up.
busy.
So we do on average
You
60
do.
exhibitions
That's
a year.
a lot of work.
It is. But there's a great need for showcasing photographers. And I feel so bad that photographers that are from New England have to travel to Los Angeles or across the world to show when they could show in their own backyard.
Well, that's a good thing to know.
Yeah, it is.
And it sounds like we should be passing that word along on a regular basis. Are you a photographer as well?
You know, I have photographed. I don't do it anymore, only because it felt as a conflict of interest. Pushing my work in front of those that I tried to elevate. So
Well, it doesn't stop you from being a photographer.
I just don't feel comfortable. So
Really?
I
That's
choose other
interesting.
mediums.
Oh, you do? Do you paint?
I do.
Do we have some here?
No. No, it's not about me today.
It's all about arts.
It's all about art. It's all about Arthur right now.
Okay, we're on Arthur today. We'll do you tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's great. That's I'm happy to hear that there's an aspect of fresh artists and people that it's not just the Museum of Fine Arts.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where we have our traditional standards and everything, but there's also an opportunity for some of our students during the summertime to be able to be involved in a group show is really, really fascinating. I really like that a lot. How much space is there?
2,400 square feet in the main.
In the main building?
In the main building, and the other 4 galleries, well, they're on the smaller side, small galleries.
Okay.
Like probably a 15 by 15 gallery space.
Yeah, a regular Newbury Street galleries type size, right? Well, we've got some photographs
Okay.
of the photographs
Photographs of the
from the
photographs.
Photography Museum, and I think I'd like you to walk us through what we're going to be seeing. This is a beautiful space. I was saying to David, look at this room.
Yeah, this is the main gallery of the museum. Usually, the established photographers show in this space, like Sebastian Salgado, Martin Scholler, Barbara Crane. But we do highlight emerging photographers in here.
It's a great space. Look at that.
Again,
That's great.
the main gallery.
I love being able to get the light that far away. You know, being able to have the lighting so high in the ceiling really helps you.
It is, except when you got to pull out the ladder and get up there to change
Oh, come
the
on,
lighting.
you're the curator.
I know, I do. And this is a photograph of the building itself. When Arthur conceived this building, he conceived it as it's simulating a miller's mill and a miller's home, and I think he did a good job.
Is that the wheel on the side of the building?
It is. It's a
there?
water wheel that I don't run because I can't afford the electricity. But
Wear and
it's
tear.
prominently centered in the center of town.
Now, what body of water is that?
It's Jenkins Pond.
Jenkins Pond.
Yes, which is part of the Aberjona River.
What a beautiful fall day, though, isn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Okay. First thing you see, I hope.
It is.
Okay. There are those kids again.
I know, those kids are the photosynthesis class.
Tell me what photosynthesis class is. What is
You
that?
know, I let the students actually come up with the name of this program, and they brought together two words, you know, photo and synthesis for them was beginnings for them. So I can't say that it's a word in photography. It's more about the science of light and plant growth.
I like taking the kids from inner city and kids from suburbia and putting them together to be creative in one group. I mean, there's so much growth must go on in those few weeks,
really
you know?
And the school that is involved is the Boston Arts Academy.
Oh yeah, BAA down by Fallon.
They are awesome.
My daughter went there.
She did?
She was a dancer.
Yeah. Yeah. I did my student teaching there, so I have
Did
an
you?
affinity for
Yeah,
the
it's
school.
it's a great place.
But what we do with that program is we bring in mentors twice a year.
Who have we here?
Well, I do know who these people are, but I probably shouldn't say their names on. They're at a reception, and they're standing in front of a picture of Angelina Jolie that Martin Scholler has photographed. Martin
Okay.
does a lot of...
Maybe we should get them off the screen if we can't see who they are. Okay.
This is a curator in residence. We brought in George Slade, who's the person hanging up the, holding on to the photograph. And there's a class of people that have brought in their portfolios, and the peers and he are critiquing
Critiquing is very important, yeah.
each of the
Boy, that's
photographs.
dangerous though sometimes. It can be scary.
It can be, as long as it's, I think it should be done in a way that is healing and
yeah.
constructive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It really is a beautiful space. I mean, it's made for art.
Yeah.
Was it a residence at one time?
It never was.
No, it was built to be a public space?
Yeah.
Okay.
This photograph is actually at Gallery Caiaphas
Oh, one of the
in SOA.
yeah. Oh, okay.
We do a collaborative program
Oh,
with the
yeah.
Photographic Resource Center, portfolio reviews, and then we culminated with a reception at Arlette.
That's
Arlette space.
which is another nice space.
It is.
Okay.
And this is an actual portfolio review that we do.
I know the person in the middle there.
Yeah, well, actually, you know, the other one next to me, that's Meg.
They're both see, bringing pictures of yourselves up here. That's good.
But we bring in 50 or so curators, and this year we brought in Suzanne Schultz to do one of the portfolio reviews.
She was very excited about doing that. She was very, very thrilled.
So it's an opportunity for photographers to meet with New England photo professionals to help elevate their work. And this is in the museum. The middle gallery is the Atelier Gallery, mostly geared to those that are rising in their careers. Those stairs actually go up to my office.
It's a good stage to make an announcement from.
It is.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye,
That's
hear
great.
ye. And this is a photograph of a program we do called Senior Sundays.
Oh,
The program is for elders. It began because my mother was in a nursing home, and I watched the type of programming that she had. And if I saw her play another game of bingo, I would scream. So
Yeah, I hear
I
you.
established a relationship with area nursing homes and the seniors in the community, and we bring in photographers to do talks.
That's great.
Once a month.
what a great idea.
And it's an opportunity for them to socialize and network with each other.
Yeah, I go around and do art classes
Do you?
at some of them. Yeah, I have a regular couple of places I go to do some art classes, which is turns out to be more kibitzing than anything else. You know, it doesn't. You know, but it's fun to do. Let's say I want to become a member without saying how much it costs. I mean, you do have memberships.
We do have memberships, and that's one of the ways that we earn income.
Yeah, I was going to say, in order to keep the wheels rolling, even though you don't roll them, but you have to keep the lights on and stuff, you must charge a small admission and a membership thing to keep things going. But are there other ways that people can support the arts by either through donating or through supportive fundraising and things like that for the Griffin? Because I know it doesn't stay open by itself.
No, it doesn't. We try to do a lot with earned income. You know, the books are a perfect opportunity for us to earn money. We are able to sell, through royalties, images from the collection. We have a gift shop.
Is there a little cafe where I can get some lobster bisque and an espresso?
No, we don't have that at this point, because there's so many nice restaurants in Winchester that it's a great afternoon that you could spend in Winchester after you come visit us.
I bet it is. So are there a lot of grants that you're working on now that you've got your nonprofit status? I mean, there's plenty of grants out there. Massachusetts seems to be supplying a lot of things for...
We try, and we actually received a Cummings Foundation grant of $100,000.
That's very good.
It is good.
That's great.
Fund.
That's great. That's great. I know that we've worked with the Mass Cultural. We've gotten a couple of stipends from them to keep ourselves going, and it's so important for people to realize that the MFA has their way, and they're going to make it. They're never going to close their doors. They're never going to run into an issue or anything. But some of our jewels, our smaller museums around, need our help sometimes. And I think it's important that when we go to the museum, that we pick up a book, that we get a T-shirt, or we buy some prints, or we just throw a buck in that box out in front when you're walking in the door. You know how important that is. It's not going towards your gas, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, and everything that we secure through admissions, through contributions, all goes back to the public for the most part.
Now, are there any programs coming up? I like the seniors program. I like that. Is there anything else coming up that you're doing to bring some people in? A garden... sculpture garden, but it's all photography, I know.
It's all photography.
Yeah.
But there is a way to do that through collaboration, and we do that as much as we can. We collaborate with other organizations in the town of Winchester and outside. Say, if there was a way to tie the music school with photography, we'll do that.
Nice little chamber music and a little concert in the yard or something. I'm assuming you have some beautiful space for that.
We do, and cross-pollinating audiences is really good. We have a gallery at the Stoneham Theater in Stoneham, so the Stoneham Theater's audience is introduced to photography, and my audience, who are photography enthusiasts, enjoy the theater. So it's an innovative way of exposing two arts organizations.
Are there photography groupies? Are there people that are kind of like drawn just to that and kind of find themselves, I don't want to say niched up, but kind of, this is their medium that they love, and this is the one that they're going to prefer to enjoy?
I think there is, and photographers have a way of finding each other, and they have a worldwide network, really, and they stay close together and support each other. There's so many times that I have an artist that I may be showing who may be from Arizona, and photographers from all over the world come to support that photography. I've never seen another group that's able to do this.
Is your crowd photographers?
They are, I would say so, but there's also art enthusiasts who love the arts who will support photography. But I would say for the most part, there is a large group of photo enthusiasts throughout the world.
See, I take pictures. I'm not a photographer, and I understand and respect the difference, but every now and then you get one, but I love going and looking at photography and trying to see what that photographer saw through that lens, what it was. That's why the digital age has ruined a lot of that for me, because you just can't get that appreciation of what it was, what that moment was, because it can be doctored up so much.
You can, and I don't have an issue with that. I think it's all the tool that you use. You don't say to the illustrator, oh, you've used such and such a pencil or such and such a brush.
Right, that's true, that's true.
It's a tool that enables us to
and
do something.
in no means, like I said to Meg, there's no way I'm criticizing or calling them any less an artist. I like to appreciate that whole that whole, I love seeing the pictures of Wenzel standing on the top of his car with his just waiting for that moment, you know, and you just don't get that. You go, and you get that, so.
Well, today everybody can be a photographer, but there's something different that...
Everyone can take a picture, you mean?
They can, but...
I think being a photographer is a
an
different
artist
thing.
comes through.
Yeah.
I really think the artwork. I think one of the things that the public needs to know, and it isn't just about photography, it's how to look at artwork. I walk, so many people come through the galleries and they do the tour of the gallery, and I wonder if they really can finesse the understanding.
Is there an opportunity for me to be able to take a tour? Well, is there somebody that maybe Meg or somebody at the museum could take a group through and say, look at this, this is a way I like it?
All the time, you know, with an appointment.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So there is that opportunity. Is there anything else you want to? We're coming up against the clock. Is there anything else you'd like us to know about the Griffin Museum of Photography, or?
Well, we do want.
What is the website at the museum?
The museum's website is www.griffinmuseum.org.
Okay, that works. That's very, very cool. And you're open year-round?
We are. We're not open on Mondays.
Mondays, of course not. Who's open on Monday?
We're
Well, wait a
there,
minute,
but
we're here.
You're here today. Yeah.
Paul, thank you,
Thank
so
you
much.
so
It
much.
was a pleasure having you. Please feel free to come back anytime, by appointment only.
Yes,
and let us know what's going on. And please let Suzanne know what's happening at the museum so we can talk about it and announce it here and send people down.
All right.
Okay? Meg, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck with your classes. Aren't students great?
Yes,
I
they
love
are.
them all, yes. Listen, gang. Thanks an awful lot for being here with us tonight. This was a lot of fun. I love photography. I just love the whole concept of seeing a moment in time. You know, a painting is a beautiful rendition, an interpretation, but photography is that moment in time, and the place to go see that is obviously at the Griffin Museum of Photography. Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here with us. Get out there and do something artful for yourself this week, please. We always encourage people to do that. And listen, keep in the forefront of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews on foreign soil. Please keep them in your heart and in your mind, and do something artful for them. They'll love it. Gang, we'll dig you next week, okay? We'll see you later. Thanks an awful lot. Bye-bye.